The New York Police Commissioner has said tonight that she believes the suspect in the killing of a healthcare boss has fled the city. Investigators have also been poring over surveillance footage since Brian Thompson was shot dead in a dawn ambush outside a Manhattan hotel on Wednesday. Let's head to Washington, join our international correspondent Diana Magnay. So, Diana, why do police think he's no longer in New York?
So they say that they've been combing through a huge amount of evidence, which includes DNA, fingerprints, but also this massive canvas of surveillance footage, hours and hours and hours of footage. And they've been able to trace his steps from the Hilton Hotel through and onto his bike up to Central Park, out of Central Park on his bike, where he left his backpack, and they're looking for that somewhere in the park. They've got a massive sweep underway in the park to try and find that backpack. Anyway, he leaves Central Park on the bike, gets in a taxi, and then takes the taxi to the Port Authority bus terminal. And they have video of him going into that terminal, but not coming out. And that's why they believe that he is on a bus and has left the city, but they haven't yet determined which bus that is. You know, they're really combing through hours and hours of stuff. I think that backpack will provide a lot of information if and when they do find it. And we also know that they have a phone that he discarded in the alleyway, this very wide alleyway, very close to the Hilton Hotel, just after he executed Brian Thompson. It can be quite difficult for police to crack into those phones if it is an encrypted iPhone. We don't yet know if they've broken into it and what information it will have provided, but I would assume he will have had various phones because we know, for example, that he was on a Greyhound bus and came to New York 10 days before the crime. Those buses you need an e-ticket for. He would have needed a telephone to get on that bus. That bus originated in Atlanta, and we know the Atlanta police are working in conjunction with the New York police, but we don't know if he boarded the bus in Atlanta. But they are slowly piecing together more evidence, and especially because of what the police commissioner called that money shot, those two photos that we've been airing where he's pulled down his mask and you can see his face and he's smiling. And what we understand from law enforcement sources is that that was in the hostel where he was staying, and the woman behind the desk had asked him to to take off his mask, and it was a flirtatious exchange and he couldn't resist. And you do wonder whether that will be the key piece of evidence which brings him in. But for now, he is not in New York City anymore. Police believe, they believe that he boarded a bus at the Port Authority terminal and has left. And that's why they are trying to make his images as public as possible so that anybody who recognizes him calls in.